Cook steak in a frying pan in 7 steps. One of my favorite meals to cook for myself is a pan-fried steak. This step-by-step instruction will explain in detail how to pan-fry a steak for yourself. This steak is surprisingly easy to prepare as long as you properly prepare and follow each step. Step 1. Tools and ingredients. Tools: a stove, 1 frying pan suitable for the size of your steak, tongs, a knife, a plate, a clock or timer. Ingredients: 1 steak, olive oil, butter, salt, pepper, fresh garlic, or garlic powder. Step 2. Shopping for a steak. The first step is to locate the steak that you wish to cook. Find a steak that looks tasty to you. If you have the money for a nice New York steak, go for it. But for this tutorial we will be working with a petite sirloin steak. Step 3. Preparing the meat. First, pull the steak out of the butcher paper and let it rest on a plate. While it is sitting, use the salt and pepper to season it. Cover all sides with a good amount of seasoning. Usually give the steak about 20 minutes to warm up. It is important to let the meat warm because when you cook it in the pan it will cook more evenly while the steak is warming up. This is a good time to get the rest of your tools and ingredients ready. Place the pan on a burner and put it on high heat. Before heating, pour enough olive oil in the pan to coat the entire bottom. You want plenty of oil in the pan for the next step of the process. Step 4. Searing the steak. This next step is very crucial and can be dangerous. At this point, the pan should be very hot. You will use the tongs to place the steak into the hot oil. At these high temperatures there will be a lot of oil splatter, so be careful when maneuvering the steak around in the pan. When you place the steak in the pan, begin timing the cooking for 1 minute. After a minute has passed, flip it to the other side for 1 minute. After that minute has passed, flip the steak on its side and sear the edge until it is colored like the rest of the meat. Do this for both sides. You will continuously be turning the steak for 1-minute intervals until you feel that it is well done enough. Step 5. Cooking the steak. At this point, the steak has been seared on all sides, locking in the juices of the meat. Turn down the heat of your stove to medium. Now comes the process of cooking through the meat to your preferred wellness. Now that the heat is backed off, continue cooking the steak on each side for 1-minute intervals. Now it is time to add the garlic and butter. I cooked my steak for 8 total minutes, flipping each minute to get a medium wellness. Use the tongs to check the firmness of the meat. If it feels like it is beginning to firm up, then it is probably reaching a medium wellness. After you have cooked it long enough, it is time to pull it from a pan and place it on a clean plate. Step 6. Resting the meat. You must let the meat rest before cutting into it. The process known as resting allows for all of the juices of the meat to lock inside the steak. This gives your steak better flavor. Step 7. Eat and enjoy. This steak requires no sauces. Sauce would only ruin the great flavors that you have created today in your pan. Steamed vegetables and a cold beer also work as great sides to your meat masterpiece. Enjoy!